Listen up, partners. This is Good, Bad, Ugly on World Improv Network.
Good evening, everyone. I am Alex.
My name is Asa.
And I am David.
And we are your astute wind counselors to get you through the week with any problems that you might be facing or any daily grind issues that you're currently experiencing. So we're going to get to our first winner. Our first winner is Anna from Denver, Colorado. And she writes, Dear Win, my boyfriend loves dressing up in koala, bunny, and deer furry costumes. Should I be concerned?
I off the bat, I used to know quite a few furries via the internet. It was on a forum, not a furry forum. It was for Final Fantasy, the video game series.
That's interesting. How does that blend? Furries and Final Fantasy?
You know, I think furries kind of they fall under the geek umbrella. So you know, it's a niche, it's a community. And I don't think you should be concerned. I think you should inquire and approach it with curiosity. You know, it's not. This is probably how your boyfriend maybe cuts loose or finds some kind of relaxation.
Expresses himself.
Yeah.
So now the question is, since she's spotting this, meaning it seems to be some kind of new behavior, since you're kind of familiar with these forums or this kind of community, is it a progression?
I mean, I'm not familiar. I mean, it's not like I've gone to a convention or anything.
Does it go there's a progression? Does it go like from koala to bunny to deer, and then all of a sudden you become an ape, or
is it like a gateway drug?
Yeah, like
is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, like Barney the dinosaur or something. All of a sudden you come home and you're Barney. And,
Yeah, I think that maybe she should maybe be a little concerned about what's going on. You know, it's in its early stages right now, and you know, she can kind of talk about it, maybe seek some therapy on it, because it's and right now it's cosmetic, but you know, it can turn into behavior pretty quick.
I just want to
spin out of control really, really fast.
I just want to add: be wary of which doctors you consult.
Yeah,
did you hear about that?
Yeah, we were watching that community court case with Dr. Fitzsimmons. You know, how he gets people to come into some free counseling and therapy.
And he baits them with free
very
pizza.
Manipulative, very manipulative.
Yeah. You know what though, and yeah, it's probably right though. I mean, you got to watch the behavior, but then if all of a sudden your loved one or your boyfriend comes back one day after a counseling session, and now he's into shotguns, machine guns, and dressed like Rambo, you know,
whoa,
yeah, that could be a progression itself.
Yeah, that's a pretty big step there. Big step, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, my main concern here, Anna, is that you've got to kind of monitor this behavior, only because koalas, bunnies, and deer are very kind of opposite creatures here. I would like to look for the correlation, like rock, paper, scissors. Like, why is a koala one day, a bunny the next day, and a deer, right? Versus similar animals. Why not like a brown bear, a black bear, and a polar bear?
Well,
koala bear, panda bear, and grizzly bear.
I mean, maybe it's the variety that intrigues him. You know, koalas are marsupials.
Right.
They live in Australia.
Right. Bunnies
are rodents.
Mm-hmm.
And deer are just regular old
grazers,
mammals.
Well, that clearly is all the advice you ever could ask for right there, Anna. I hope that helps. So let's move on to our next winner, and that's Tabitha from Auckland, New Zealand. And she says, Dear Win, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
You know what? I've always believed that the chicken definitely came first.
Yeah, why?
Well, what good would an egg coming first do? You know, nothing to a little baby egg coming into the world, can't fend for itself. I mean, pretty sure that thing would die almost immediately. But if, you know, you had to kind of like a, you know, chicken just kind of enter the world, you know, just kind of like from the poof button.
Mm-hmm.
Get things started off
the
a lot
poof
faster.
button.
Yeah, you know, the poof button. You know, you hit that, and whatever you need fully grown is right there in front of you.
Oh, that's cool. You have one of those? Is that like an app or something?
No, it's kind of something that I've kind of started developing. I've got actually a patent pending on it. And yeah, it's you know, if it takes off, I think it's could really help a lot of people out. You know, it's our nearest competitor is the easy button.
Oh,
yeah.
Is there going to be any kind of infringement issues there, or any kind of problem that you're going to have since the big boy's got the easy button and you're working on a poof button?
No, because I think the poof button actually solves things. Actually, you know, creates something material. The easy button, I think, you know, the easy button is just kind of a mulligan. Just kind of gets you out of it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, you know, Tabitha, here's what I think. The birds and the bees were delivered by the stork. The birds and the bees had an egg. the egg hatched into a chicken?
I respectfully disagree. I think it was neither the chicken nor the egg. It was the rooster.
Oh,
And then the rooster impregnated the bee.
okay.
I don't think it was a bird.
So that was some gay for pay kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what the compensation would be, but I mean, it could, it probably does exist in the animal kingdom. I know there are a lot of mountain goats that are gay.
No, that's.
I mean,
cool.
not a lot. I don't know. I mean,
Huh.
but they're out there.
That's based on the forums that you read. You've heard about mountain goats being.
I don't know where I heard that, but it may very well have been on those forums.
Okay, well then let's move on to the next one. Then
I hope that helps.
clearly, I hope, especially all the way from New Zealand, Tabitha. I hope we solved that life question for you. Which what came first, chicken or the egg? All right, we got Wes. Our next winner is Wes from Longmont, Colorado, and he writes, "Dear Win, my ex-mother-in-law hates me because of the gift I bought her a couple of years ago on Black Friday, which she hasn't even had the decency to use yet. But it's a cemetery burial plot. What do you think?" Oh, wow. He bought her a cemetery burial plot on Black Friday years ago, and now she hates him to death and won't even use that gift. How rude. What do you think?
Well, that's a pretty heavy gift. A lot of loaded questions in there, and I think maybe he just needs to give it some time. I think it'll work itself out in the end. But that might be one of those gifts that's gonna take 5-10 years really for her to finally say kind of let her ego go, and I accept you, and this was a very thoughtful gift. At the time I didn't think so, but I'm a better person for liking it now.
My question is, why are you tracking your ex-mother-in-law's activities?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm guessing maybe because of this gift, there was some tension that built and therefore became the ex-mother-in-law. Who knows? Or maybe she was trying to give her a sign and it never happened. And therefore he said, all right, fine. If it's not going to work and I'm still making payments on this burial plot, I'll just have her be my ex-mother-in-law.
Is that how it works? You got to make payments?
I don't know. I've never bought one.
Like paying rent?
If I would have got one of those Black Friday emails from Best Buy or something, I would have clicked on it and explored that opportunity. But no, I've never received one. So all you, homes out there, I guess you would call it, funeral homes. So if you want to send me some emails on it, I'll look into it.
Maybe the issue is that she wanted a cremation.
Ah, that could be it.
And not to be buried.
Yeah, it could be. People are very staunch on that, especially like if you're an organ donor, versus a traditional kind of burialist. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Well, I don't know. I think, Wes, that you gave a very thoughtful gift, like David said. And I think it's kind of rude that she didn't take you up on that gift and that you're still making payments on that gift and that she hasn't used that gift. I wouldn't buy anything else because of that reason. I mean, that's very ungrateful. So, forget about her. And that's probably why she's your ex-mother-in-law. All right. Well, we have Fredo.
We kind of just ganged up on him.
Well, we did kind of gang up.
Sorry, Wes. Have a good 2016.
Yeah. Maybe your next Black Friday is better in 2016. All right. Well, our next winner is Fredo from Mexico City, Mexico. And he writes, "Dear Win, can you help my dad decide if getting a Prince Albert is a good idea or not at the age of 52? What is a Prince Albert anyway? Anybody know what that is?
I believe it's a piercing for a man's member. It's a
like a golf club member, country club member,
like
a club of sorts. Yes.
It swings.
Okay, so like a 9-iron, you pierce your 9-iron, and at the age of 52, you probably don't use the 9-iron that much. You're probably more into the sand wedge, pitching wedge kind of a avenue, I think, huh?
I mean, it might be just the thing to spice up one's sex life.
Oh, what is that? What do golf clubs and sex life have anything to do with it, Ace?
You know what? We're gonna have to talk about the birds and the bees.
Yeah, clearly I got that one wrong with the stork, so I apologize for even questioning you. David, what do you think over that? I mean, you looks like you've got an answer in your head.
Yeah, I don't think you're ever too old to, to get a little art put in you. Maybe it'll spice up your sex life, but maybe it won't. But that's going to be on the brain until you die, and it's much better that you get it at 50, 60 than 80 or 90 when you're really in the nursing home, or God forbid you're in hospice. And, like, hey, can you go ahead and loop me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm flying blind here, guys. I really don't know what you guys are talking about, except for golf clubs. At that point, I had you guys in there. But I would say that, you're never too old to be a prince, and maybe his father's name is Albert, and maybe that's what he's referring to, because I don't know what you guys are talking about at all. So, I would just say, Fredo, if your dad wants to be a prince at 52, 92, 102, 42, or even 2, let him be a prince. That's what I think.
Probably not 2. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Well, all right. Well, for whatever reason, Fredo Ace has probably got a little bit more insight on that than I do. But I'll tell you what, we got one more little piece of information and one more little piece of inspiration to get you through the rest of the week, known as Horoscope Corner.
Love, fortune, status. Let us do your astrological chart. Horoscope Corner on World Improv Network.
Hey there, Virgo, or should I say vertigo, because you need to stay away from any high places unless, say your job requires that you tune in, you check out the World Improv Network on Facebook, on Twitter at World Improv Net, YouTube, iTunes, and also just come back next Sunday to Mile High Sports Radio at KDCO AM 1340.
Thanks for listening to Win on Mile High Sports Radio. Don't forget to be a winner and interact with the cast by sending your suggestions or questions for each show segment throughout the week by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line on Sundays before or during the show. See you next week.